Yo, it's weekend already. Hope you guys were profitable. So on today's video, I think starting from today, I'm just going to do like the market recap, like what happened during the week, the news that came out, the price action for that week. So yeah. So now let's dive into today's video. Now let's start from the week that happened. Sorry, the news that happened during this week. So looking at this, I think it was more favorable to dollar. Like the news that came out was more favorable to dollar. I think that's why DXY was just buying and the rest were selling. Do you understand? You can see that even BTC fell down to like almost $90,000. The flash manufacturing PMI when it came out, though it was revised, but it was negative. But yeah, it was positive. Flash service PMI was positive to dollar. Yeah, it was still like no change. It was still 0.2%, although it was revised. Yeah, it was positive. Yeah, though the interest rate was cut to like 4.50%. Do you understand? Uh, Final GDP was positive. Unemployment claim was positive. Like it was lower than expected. 220k unemployment job claims. Then the core PCE price was negative. Yeah, let me check if it. Okay, the actual if actual is greater than forecast, then it's good for currency. Okay, it was negative to the dollar. So that was why um the stock market, gold were trying to like recover. Yeah, the dump that happened prior to the week and during the week. I mean, so now let's go back to our charts. Remember on the previous video, I talked about how they deliver price. It's like a module on ICT. Do you understand? Now, when price started selling, they were trying to offload this sell on the old low. Mind you, I thought I said something about this demand zone that price took out this high. That I wouldn't neglect the fact that this guy took out this high. But I also said that even as they were buying, they couldn't close above this high. So that's like telling me, oh, there's not too much volume because if you were supposed to buy, at least close above this high to tell me, okay, there's a high volume of buyers right now. But no, that didn't happen. So when they started selling, they were going to offload their sell on profit to take out profitable buyers, which are this guy. Do you understand? So that's why when they started selling, they were trying to offload this sell. First, then they reached there, then like they gave this guy, so it's like a proportion block. Like when it's like when you try to run a race, you just exchange batting. When you run to a certain place, then you change the batting to the other guy. Same thing that happened here. When they were trying to sell, got tired, then this guy took over the race, then bam to the downside. So reacting on this fair value gap that I also mentioned on my previous video. Do you understand? So price is currently at the fair value gap now. Immediately they got to this zone, then there was a rejection, which price started buying to take out the profitable buyers. Remember, liquidity versus liquidity. Now they took out Thursday high and they left here immediately. You can see the rejection here. After taking out Thursday high, then there was a rejection from there. Do you understand? Because price never closed above the high. So that means there was a rejection there. So now let's go on the lower time frame to see what's happening. So like I said, the price is still very bearish. Do you understand? Price is still very bearish. Remember when I said I was looking for something? I think I was saying for price on the last video. I think I talked about this guy here. I need a change of character, but price never did. I think this was my guy. I think so. Focusing. I think this was my guy. So yeah. So now price has been creating series of high highs and higher lows, high low, high low, high low, high low, so high low. Now I caught this sell. So this was my trade last week. I caught this sell and I caught this buy. Now I said I gave my strategy on the previous video. Like this is how I trade basically. I just look for an inducement because this was a CB or let's say a break order block that was formed and took out liquidity, blah blah blah. Retracement into the zone, this range, right? First of all, what I look for is to create for price to create an inducement. That means to create something like the early sellers. Do you understand? To induce people to sell the market. So when I saw this stuff, most people would like to sell from here. Nah, that's not for me because no liquidity, no entry for me. So what I looked for, I saw this guy. I was like, oh, thank God. Then what happened? To the upside, took out the liquidity. Then I was just on the video. I also talk about the kind of confluence I also look for. Evening star to be formed. What is this? 1, 2, 3. Then I took my sell. Yeah, down to the downside. What is this? 1 to 5 risk to reward, almost 1 to 6. 1 to 5. My stop loss was 50 pips. You understand? So I took my the sell, I got this sell to the downside. Then I also caught this buy on Friday. Now this is how what is it again? What is it again? What is the strategy that I talked about? Now we have a push to the upside, right? A retracement. What is this? A break of structure, right? Now, what is this? An inducement. What is this? The retracement into the zone. Then I took my buy here. Now let's go on the lower time frame, maybe more, so you see the inducement clearly. Yeah. So this was a break of structure, right? Because it broke this high here. This is an inducement. What happened? Price came back and took this low. You remember on the video I said a low of a candle is a structure on the lower time frame. Now you're seeing this stuff on the higher time frame, but let's try and see if you can spot this stuff on the lower time frame. You see that guy? That's that low here. You see the low here? You see? Because of this is a 5 minute time frame, right? But on the higher time frame, you just see a low candle. So me now, I've already like, bro, now this is an experience now. So you can easily spot out and a liquidity when you see such. Do you understand? So like I said, because I don't like noise. I like my chart to be clean. That 5 minutes is too noisy. So this is an inducement. So price took out this liquidity, right? Then started buying. Remember I talked about that proportion block. When they started buying, they couldn't break this high. What happened? They gave this other guy. Now, this guy was responsible for taking out this high here. Do you understand? So that means I think price, whatever business they want to do here is completed. So now the next on their list is this one here. Do you understand? So now, what did I look for again? Is mitigation. Mitigation is like I don't see a fair value gap here because the high of this candle is where there's the low of this candle. You can see there's no gap in between these two. Do you understand? The only next on my list is this week to week base. This week. If you go on lower time frame, you see this is a proportion block, but maybe another time for that kind of video. I'm just doing a recap from this week. So when price get to the zone, I just took my buy here. Do you understand? And um this was an inducement that was created. Price took out the liquidity. Then what is this? One, two, three, right? Then into the zone, took my buy. Simple and short. Although the way I saw my entry was on the lower time frame, which is still an evening star. So a morning star, sorry. So I took this guy up to the side. So that was like 1 to 6. You can see still 50 pips. I always like to use 50 pips. Before I was using like 100, but I think I just like started using 50 pips. But when I was using 100, I think I was just doing only 1 to 2. Right now I'm using the 50 pips. Although it's kind of like small, but if you know your way around this board, you know how to use stuff like that. If you can wait for price to create, do it whatever manipulation they want to do, 50 pips is enough for you. Do you understand? Let price do. Let's go on the lower time frame on how I took out on how I took the trades. What is this? Push to the upside to the downside, I mean, broke structure, right? Inducement created, retracement. Let's say 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. Okay, no, let's use 1, 2, 3, right? Then I started selling. If I want to take my sell, let's say I catch the sell from here. Is this not enough for me? Or okay, this guy 1, 2, 3. Is this not enough for me? Because yeah, this is how I took my trade. I saw 1, 2, 3 as the evening star now. I took the trade there. Do you understand? Easy peasy. So at least from here to this guy is enough now on the 5 minute time frame. So I can I take my trade and still have the rest of mind. This video is going to be long, I promise you. So that's it for gold. So next week, I think gold is trying to do a continuation. It's trying to do a continuation because yeah, gold. I think for me, don't I'm not I'm not the market maker, but I think for me, this is an inducement, liquidity taking, right? For me, next week, gold is just going to buy because if you check mitigation, this fair value gap has been mitigated here. So it's like BPR or something. This guy, there's no fair value gap. The only fair value gap here I saw was this one, which price came to fill. Do you understand? Then maybe from next week, I'm not just going to be looking for buy around this time zone here. Do you understand? Else, maybe price is just still going to come down to because this guy tapped this fair value gap. 'Cause me before I was looking at maybe a fair value gap can be tapped just only at the front level, like the front candle. But I started seeing recently that once you see a previous candle tap that zone, it's still I don't know how to explain sharp, but I've been doing some back testing and it's working fine. So remember I said except or maybe price will just come to the zone at least to respect uh Fibonacci retracement or something because our price is at 62 now. Still, it's a fair, still fair. So yeah, that's it for gold. So that's what I'm expecting price to do next week. Nas 100. I was so mad because I was looking at gold. I don't like because I only take one trade a day. Do you understand? I don't want to take two trades on my account. At least thank God though that gold did well for me. If not, because this is enough for me to flip my account. Like this is now 100. Although in terms of pips value, I think gold is more higher. At least thank God. But I saw this guy on the daily time frame. Remember when I talked about mitigation, proportion block, that's the main one here that push price to break this high. What happened? Price created an inducement. I checked, put this guy to be swept. On Friday, price came, tap the zoom to the upside. So that's it for as 100. And now currently we are doing a retracement. So this fair value gap has been tapped. So the only one I'm seeing currently is this. So maybe price um, deep into this big fair value gap to the upside next week. DXY is kind of like selling from I think on Friday. We have this big BC and BC are normally filled with candles. So that's the reason why, bro, from next week I'll still be buying gold because I need this guy to be filled. Remember on gold we had something like this before that took like how many days for it to be filled? I think it was a BC. Okay, CB, yeah, this guy took like how many days for them to fill this guy. So I'm still going to be looking at this guy because he's a BC, obviously, but price can still do what they were doing on gold. Like use like how many days to fill this guy. Do you understand? So expect manipulation. This is a festive season, so expect manipulation. That you maybe when you take maybe USD card or something, I'm sure that you're going to see this stuff on the USD card too. So let's say you're about to take a sell. Obviously, maybe price you see. Okay, price has done their own feeling. Can see. Now let's check something like USD chef. You see, filled with body, right? This is that the same thing I'm seeing on DXY. So I want to see something like that on DXY. So just know that maybe price might not just go down to this zone. You might see something like a consolidation first before to the downside. But I'm still expecting a sell on DXY. Why? My moving average is above. We have a change of character. We have a displacement candle. So everything my PDR is telling me that price is on the bearish momentum. BTC, what am I looking at? My moving average is below, yeah, the current market price. We have mitigation here. Let me see what this guy mitigated and what time frame that week candle. So we mitigated this zone here. Yeah, this zone. Let me check on 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes is more clear. Mitigated this zone here. Inducement created. What is it? So this is what I look for. I just look for liquidity to be created before my any possible entry. So now let's look at this. Although this guy wasn't filled, although with the body can't do sharp, but I'll just still put this guy as still a area of concentration, just in case. Do you understand? But this guy tapped this guy. Mitigation. So inducement created, tap, move. So next possible place that I'm seeing a buy is this. So yeah. So that's it for that. I didn't trade BTC. That's why I didn't give like the recap of what happened during the week. I didn't look at BTC. I just wake up one morning. I saw BTC was at 92. I was like, what the hell? Because I think I set an alert somewhere around BTC. I think it was like 97 or something. Then I'm saying 92. This guy didn't take the train, so that's why I didn't give a recap of what happened. Do you understand? And but I only took trade on gold. Uh, Yo, this was a massive dump. It was a massive dump. So yeah, that's it for this week. See you guys next week. Before leaving, let's see news for next week. If it's going to be next week. So Monday, Jesus Christ, Monday next week is going to be crazy. Oh. Monday no news, Tuesday no news, Wednesday no news. This is the, Christmas, no news. Massive. I think the advice I can give to you is just to stay out of the market. Do you understand? Then Thursday we have an unemployment claim. Do you understand? And they are still forecasting that it's going to be lesser. So the forecast is 218k, and which the previous was 220. So yeah,